Welcome back, children. It is I, Mr. Popcorn. Why I am being a Dracul, I do not know. Who else is with me this evening?
We have the Baron here, obviously, as per usual, I suppose. Welcome, children. Hope you have a good night.
You sound trapped. And last but certainly not least, we have
I'm Vanessa, and I play Soxy, the Salacious Spectre, who is Perth's own horror host.
fantastic. And let's start here. You went and saw 28 years later last night.
Yes.
No
Ooh.
spoilers, of course,
Mhm.
in terms of plot and major details, but how did it go? What did you think?
I really enjoyed it. It's very, very different from the previous two films in the
Oh, I've heard.
series.
Yeah.
It's very unexpectedly emotional in places, and it just builds tension throughout. Even in the slower parts of the film, there's always that tension, just always underneath everything. It's so worth seeing.
Fantastic. I can't wait to see it. I've said before on here that 28 films are my favorite zombie films. And the fact that they're getting away from the fast-paced chaos of weeks and going for more of a kind of world-building, contemplative approach to spark off this trilogy, because there is a trilogy. The Bone Temple, I don't know if it has a 28 prefix to it, but it's going to be called the Bone Temple for part
Mhm.
two. And then part three, no details out whatsoever. Bone Temple hopefully will come out next year. And yeah, that's all I know at the moment. What's the main guy from 28 Weeks Later? What's his name again? Killian Murphy? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's an executive producer. There's been no hints out there in the internet sphere of him appearing in any of the films as of yet.
There are rumors that he could be in part two, but there's nothing,
Okay.
there's no proof of that.
Okay. And yeah, and shout out G Noir. Her and Zam went and saw it last night. Lovely Instagram work. Thank you to you both. I'll put that more onto Facebook and spread that around. And we will go see it and cover it on this goddamn pod, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah,
yeah.
Hmm.
of course. All right, so more housekeeping. Shout out Peter Walkden once again. We have the Walkden double feature. Do. That is part two tonight. And we are doing Unit 234 and Frankie Freako.
3, 4. Yes.
Yes.
We are, yes. Correct.
So
Sorry.
thank you as always there, Peter, and happy to get these films out there and spread awareness of them. Absolutely. And no, I'm not even going to say what we were talking about because I don't want anyone else getting any ideas. Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
Pre-pod sizzle.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. I like it. All right. So, Unit 234, just the general housekeeping here, the major details. It is a film directed by Andy Tennant. It came out in 2024, as always with the Walkden features. Google it. You'll have video on demand galore there. You'll know where to go from there. Okay, so the director is Andy Tennant. What else has Andy done? Ooh,
Not a lot of
Sweet
horror.
Home. No, he did Sweet Home Alabama. I remember that film. Yeah, it was with Reese Witherspoon or something.
Yeah,
Once upon a time. Oh, he
Hmm.
did Hitch with Will Smith.
yeah,
And he has done Ever After a Cinderella Story with Drew Barrymore. He's done big Hollywood films.
yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, director. Yep.
Yeah, for me, he did 2 episodes of a television show with Bruce Campbell called The Adventures of Briscoe County Jr., which is one of my favorites. It's got an amazing opening credits, and it's basically a cowboy sci-fi. It's very cool.
Well, anything Bruce Campbell is going to be entertaining
Mm.
nonetheless. Absolutely. All right,
I'm
so
excited that he directed episode one of Sliders.
Yeah, yeah, it's
okay.
very cool.
Fantastic show.
All right.
Slide.
Derek Steiner is our writer. Beauty and the Beast, Chapelwaite. Oh, Chapelwaite, people know
Warm
that.
bodies.
Warm
Oh,
Bodies is
additional
great.
crew.
Great
Additional crew and
film.
warm bodies.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Additional crew. Additional crew on Chapelwaite. Sorry, looking there. I'll just get to his actual writing credits, which there are five.
Oh, some shorts. He's done some shorts.
And some shorts.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Writer's assistant. Yeah, he's basically making his name
it's
at
good.
the moment.
Hmm.
What he's doing. Fantastic. Because this was not badly written. No, no,
No.
No.
this was badly written at all. Okay, and going back to our main page, and it stars. Okay, this is where this film gets interesting. It stars Isabel Fuhrman, Jack Houston, and none other than Don Johnson from the 1980s show Miami Vice. Yes, I'm
Yes,
aging myself, but Baron, this show was solidly on television for 10 goddamn
it
years.
really was.
Yeah, it was
It
huge.
was it was not my cup of tea. I was not a
Oh,
big fan
awful.
of Miami Vice.
But
Uh,
I'm talking up there with Knight Rider
yep,
Mm.
and such things. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It
No,
had
it was
that,
huge.
yeah, yeah,
It
that
was
kind
huge.
of, I can say cult status because pretty much TV shows had cult followings back then. Look at the A-Team, look at Knight Rider. There
Yeah,
is nostalgia, but we were geeking out about it in the 80s because, we were just starting to get things pretty much.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so Don Johnson. So that's the main credits, if you will. Uh, Anything else? Thank you, Peter. Of course. Produced by a whole bunch of people. Cinematography by John Pardue. Edited by Piper Crozet, if I have pronunciation correct there. And distributed by Brainstorm Media. It came out in September the 30th last year in the United Kingdom, May the 9th, 2025 in the United States. That's why it's kind of
Mm.
new to us here, yeah?
Yep.
Hmm.
And it's an American production, running time of 86 minutes, and they speak English. Enough of that. General thoughts, Vanessa, what did you think?
Oh, I really enjoyed this one actually. It
Yeah.
was I mean I could kind of see where the story was going. I wouldn't say it wasn't unpredictable, but it was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed the characters.
Mm. Baron?
Yeah, look, I'll echo that. It was a lot of fun. I didn't get distracted during it. Like sometimes if a film's not the best, like the writing's not engaging, I'll double screen or I might get up and get a drink or that sort of thing. No, I sat down and watched this start to finish without double screening or getting up,
Mm.
which is pretty good for a kind of B grade, fairly
Mm.
independent movie. Like there's no studios involved in this, with a bit of a plain story to it. I did like the little twists and turns that they added to it. But yeah, it had my attention. I really enjoyed it. I did see that there is a twist. I did see the twist coming pretty early.
Me too.
But I really liked the characterization.
Yeah, no,
What about you?
I agree with you both. I agree with you both. I was double screening to start because I was trying to do work and watch the film at the same time. But then the film made me put my phone down and pay attention. Yeah, no, and just because of the atmosphere, pacing, tension. And the score is probably my favorite thing in this whole
Mm.
film. The score is wonderful. Yeah.
Mm.
When she's sneaking around at the start, trying to, gauge her bearings, figure out what's going on. And there was these lovely little, I can't describe it, I'm not a musician, but there was these lovely little synth drops that echoed out and seemed to echo through the complex that she was in. And it was just a really subtle way to build up tension because you don't know what's coming next. We don't need James Wan violin strings at this stage. But it worked well. It worked well. There was some. They know how to make a film, and they worked well with the resources that they had. Absolutely. Do we think Don Johnson was uh, called in, cast to basically give the movie some exposure, some credit, and money, most importantly?
I wouldn't be surprised if that were
Yeah,
the case,
possibly.
but he was well cast in that role.
Mm.
Yeah, 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 totally, totally. Just the end of his career, down and out gangster boss. Well, so you think. Spoilers, children. Go away, VOD. Come back then. Yeah. Okay, Baron, Don Johnson. Did you want to say something about the man? What did you
Um,
reckon?
I I like Don Johnson. For me, Miami Vice wasn't the draw card for me, but I really enjoyed him in a TV show called Nash Bridges. and he plays the sheriff in the TV series of Dusk Till Dawn, which was a really good role for him.
Does it? Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right,
Um,
cool.
but most recently, he did a TV show with Rupert Grint called Sick Note, where he plays Rupert Grint's boss. And the premise of the show is Rupert Grint is a bit late for work. He's off sick a bit because he's a slacker, and he finds a doctor to help him pretend that he's got cancer, so he doesn't have to go to work. And shenanigans ensue.
That sounds funny. That does sound funny. But yeah, no, I agree that no, he worked well in this role. And what is his role? Basically, duh, 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 duh. We've got a young girl. Uh, that is Laurie, yeah? Laurie Saltier.
Mhm.
Now, this is a storage unit complex that her family runs, yeah?
Yep.
And basically, she has to look after it for the weekend. Do the parents go away? I don't quite remember. I just because they were so focused on the boyfriend.
Hmm.
Can't
Or the
remember.
parents dead?
They're not a big part of the plot either way.
It's not a
No,
big part of the plot. It's
no, they're a
I'll
bit
just
hand wavy. It's like they're
Yes.
there.
yeah, let's edit
Mm.
that out and say that she is looking after her family's storage complex for the weekend by herself. Boyfriend's nagging her to go and visit, but then one of her co-workers or staff, I'm not sure, say they've got something special on and they can't work, 2 days. So she decides, okay, I'll stay the weekend. You kind of get the hint she doesn't want to go see the boyfriend. Well, not go see the boyfriend, but she's hesitant about making the next big step in their relationship. That's
Hmm.
her motivation subtextually, I think, for staying home. Yeah.
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 That's the start of the movie. Okay. And then we get a bunch of gangsters, Don Johnson being the boss. Now, they want to dispose of a body, so you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a
Hmm.
dead body on their hands that they need to store for now. Let's say that. That's a better way to put it. And they arrive at the complex and basically manipulation and then chaos ensues. Yeah, because she discovers that Don Johnson and his droogies aren't there just to store something mundane in the storage shed. He doesn't need the key for something mundane in their shed. He wants to get the body. She soon discovers that there is the body. And what did we think of, what's his name actually? Because he plays probably the most involved role. That is Clayton, played by Jack Houston. Before we go into details
Yes.
of his character, what did we
Mm.
think of him at the start?
Uh,
Spoilers.
I
Spoilers.
he did play the victim really well.
Yeah, he
Mm.
did.
And the I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Um, I'll be as helpful as I can while still trying to get away.
Mm.
I thought so. He was a big gentle bear like character that he
Yeah.
exhibited at the start. You know what I mean? Because he was really concerned about making sure she was okay, as well as figuring out what was going on at the same time. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what kind of, for a little bit, fooled me about him. Vanessa, what did you think at the start?
Yeah, I think it was definitely believable that he was a victim, and yeah, he definitely did that change well later in the film.
Yes, yes. And we have seen his cohorts, and they're just aggressive thugs.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is I'm sorry. Don Johnson cohorts are aggressive thugs. Don Johnson has a classic gangster boss Riz going on about him. So you think that this guy in the storage unit is a victim. Yeah, he's been done bad by these dudes. Okay. Now they try to escape. The second act is basically that's the first act. Is that fair to say? How this is
Yeah.
set up? Yeah.
Hmm.
What do we think? Okay, what did we think of Laurie then? Our final girl, if you will, our protagonist. Anyone? Baron?
Oh, sure. So with the main character, the she gave that kind of nice ingenue feeling at the beginning to give you that feeling that this is not her usual place she lives. So
Mm.
she does not normally live in an action film. she's normally happy just to sit behind the counter and cut locks or provide things, or like she's a low impact person. So being thrust into a high impact world, I think the actress made some really nice choices in the performance that she gave.
Hmm.
I agree because, yeah, she starts off low impact, but the way that she turns and reveals her skills of survival,
Mm.
it's not ridiculous. It's not crazy. Because you see that she's been keeping a lot inside to make other people happy. She's got a lot of stuff to get out. There's a lot of
Yeah.
frustration to get out. And not that she goes crazy in this, but it's just believable that she can do what she does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vanessa?
Absolutely. Yeah, I tend to agree with you both. She's I suppose you sort of she's very mundane as a character to begin with at least, and it is fun to see. It's not a huge development, but it is fun to see her character sort of develop throughout the story.
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah, it's
on,
a good way to
hold on,
put it.
hold on. Right, I'm on IMDb here. Unit 234. Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, and we've got Isabel Furman, who plays
Yep.
Laurie Saltier, yeah?
Yep.
I click on Isabel Furman. If someone else could do this to make sure I'm not goddamn crazy. Orphan, Esther. Is that Esther?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah, she's from Orphan.
Mm.
Yeah, it's Esther. I did not realize. I will admit to that now. Did you guys know?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Okay.
her.
Okay, no, because I'm a big fan of Orphan.
Oh, okay.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
It
I
was
just
a
didn't
very
recognize it.
different role, though. Very different.
Yes.
Like, I know I'm not embarrassed about this one. That one's fine. That's fantastic. This is Esther. Oh, fantastic. Because I really like Orphan, and Orphan 2 turned out to be really good,
Yeah.
surprisingly as well. Yeah.
Mm.
And 3 is coming, children. 3 is coming.
I look forward to it.
Yeah, okay, crazy. Anyway, back to Unit 234, not these other films. Okay, she's in the Hunger Games. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
9 episodes of The Masters of Sex.
Ooh.
Mhm.
They've done a lot. They're in an
Yeah.
escape room tournament of champions.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh,
Mm.
Ridiculous, but it's fun.
oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so was the first one. Ridiculous, but fun. We need another one of those, actually. Okay, so yep, and I like yep, no, great actor, basically at the end of the day there.
Good work.
Okay, so and then her and Clayton, Laurie and Clayton are trying to escape. I mean, yeah, it's in a complex, Scooby-Doo, turn one
Lots of
corner, then
doors.
turn another corner, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's all these plans with a gate and a truck and yada yada yada. They do a whole bunch of setups, they go wrong, and then they try something else and they run away again. I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a cartoon. It's very well done, but as the Baron has pointed out at the start, it is generic. Not to
Yeah.
be derogatory with that, but it is
No.
Mm.
generic. You have seen it before. It was well executed. Yeah, it was a well-made ham and cheese sandwich, but we all know
Yep.
ham and cheese sandwiches. Yeah, yeah. Um, but when does Clayton turn? At what point do we realize? It was on the news coverage, wasn't it, on the
Yeah.
television?
Mm.
Like,
Because she sees the news coverage of the prison break or the
exactly.
prison escape.
And we've seen that, and we've seen that. So at this point, she thinks she's by herself, but no, old lover boy. What was his name?
The
Da, 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 da.
character,
Yeah, Jordan.
Jordan.
Mm.
I'm not going to insult the man by trying to pronounce his Indian real name there. Look it up there, people. And Jordan comes along and he was going to surprise Laurie. Also, a little bit of, hey, what are you doing? We need to basically take this next step, force her
Yeah.
into it. But he quickly recognizes that Laurie's a bit busy, yeah,
Yeah.
because he gets a
Mhm.
bit hurt. And typical, Laurie is the final girl. And basically, then the end of it, there is another twist of character. Yeah, that's a point. There are two major twists of character in this film because we discover that Clayton's a bad, bad man, and who did Don Johnson's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dirty, and he wants revenge. Don Johnson, Don Johnson's character isn't the best human being in the world, kind of wants to get out of the game he's in, but he also loves his daughter and wants to get his revenge before he's out. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you think he was justified? Was Clayton worse? However you want to put it.
Ooh,
Two
interesting.
two wrongs don't make a right, that's for
Mm,
sure. It's kind of like
yeah.
he became almost as bad as the person he was going after, I guess, in a way. Um,
Yeah, no, you're right, of course, because you don't go around doing that sort of thing. There is laws in place in society, of course. Better question. Can you relate? Can you understand why he did what he did? Because Jules, Don Johnson's character, Jules, he's been pushed to the limit. He is
To
our
the
heel,
edge.
mhm.
our bad guy, the edge, yes. So we've talked about it before, to create a good villain, a good heel, is you've got to understand why they're doing what they're doing. You
Mm,
don't have to like it, but you get where they're coming from. Did you get where they were coming from? I did.
absolutely.
Yep.
This Clayton guy turned out to be quite a monster at the end.
Mm,
Yeah. Um, and yeah, and then we'll leave off the end just for those who have stayed with us.
Yep.
And yeah, and let us know what you think at Evil Popcorn Pod if you do indeed see this film. It is worth seeing. Would you guys agree?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You want something that's going to keep your attention. You don't have to look deep into lore or watch the screen for any Easter eggs. It's a very
Mm.
straightforward thriller action film, but it's just done really well. It's a very satisfying ham sandwich or bucket of popcorn.
Mhm. Yes.
Anything anyone else want to say? I think I wrapped it up kind of
I
there.
I would like to say that I do like a good single location shoot as well.
Yes.
So no
Mm,
doubt it was probably a budgetary concern, although the story did call for the storage unit location. I do wonder which came first, whether they found the location and then wrote the story, or whether they wrote the story and then found the location. But I really enjoy a good locked room mystery, so to speak.
So do I. So do I. And they utilized it well.
yeah, me
Uh,
too.
yeah, Soxy, any last words before we rate this thing?
Not really. Like I said, I definitely agree. I think they definitely use that space very, very well.
Yeah, yeah, totally. But no, there's no trivia. There's not even any trivia with this at this stage.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so I will finish with the rating since I hosted. So whoever wants to start, Les Baron, what do you give this out about?
I'll go first. It's a solid. I'm not gonna. I don't like doing quarters, so I'm gonna give it a solid 3.5.
Nice,
Yep.
nice. Soxy?
This one's a 3 out of 5 for me.
Yes, and I concur. It is a 3 out of 5. A little bit more than halfway, a little bit more than a pass. Cause of just nice writing. And again, that score.
It was good music.
Music by George Fenton. I just want to have a quick look to see what else they have done, to see if they're involved in horror or any other famous films. Shadowlands. I can see his music working well on that. Okay, The Madness of King George, The Crucible, The History Boys. We get the feeling of his tone that he usually does, yeah?
Hmm.
This
Yeah.
kind of high-end drama, high-end British drama that quite often has a historical tone or focus to it by the sounds of it. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
He is good. He is good. So that's yeah, 3 out of 5, just satisfying. Yeah, for all those little extra elements there. All right, okay. Now, should we take our little break before we do Frankie Freako?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
Let's
Sure.
just do a couple minutes, yeah? And then we'll be back with Frankie Freako. If you haven't seen Psycho Goreman, go away, watch it now, come back and rejoin
No,
us.
no, 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 no. Don't. If you're gonna watch Frankie Freako and Psycho Gorman, don't. Oh
Yeah, don't
Watch
watch
Psycho.
Psycho Gorman first.
no,
Yeah.
don't watch Psycho Gorman first.
All right.
I
Then watch
agree.
then Psycho Gorman.
I got you, Frankie. I got you. All right.
Are we recording?
We are recording, yes.
Okay.
Press the button. I press the button. Thank you.
We are recording. Look, this is the kind of night that we're having, folks. So we're just gonna roll with this. Welcome back after the interval to the Walkden double feature. I'll be hosting the second part of this. It's me, the Baron. We've got the Mr. Popcorn. Say hello, Mr. Popcorn.
Hello, Mr. Popcorn.
And we've got Soxy. Say hello, Soxy.
Hello, Soxy.
Yay, comedy. All right. So the second part of our Walkden double feature is a little film called Frankie Freako. Now, I was very excited to see that this was being made because I am a very big fan of Psycho Goreman.
That movie rules.
It
Yeah,
may
I
be
love
one of my
it.
favorite movies of all time.
Cool.
So that may have slightly colored my opinion of Frankie Freako. Also, the fact that I watched Psycho Goreman just before I watched Frankie Freako was
Hard to beat, man. It's
probably
hard to beat. Yeah.
because it is an amazing film, Psycho Goreman. So,
Absolutely.
before I give my initial opinion, would you, lovely folks, like to give your initial opinions of Frankie Freako?
Vanessa, you go, please.
Uh, Look, it's definitely nowhere near as good as Psycho Goreman. I think unfortunately I had some high expectations which were not met.
Yeah. I feel both of you. I hear both of you. And yeah, it's nowhere as good as Psycho Goreman. How could it be? But I absolutely had fun with this film. Like one of my favorite little subgenre or niches of horror. Animated creepy things, animated inanimate objects, like Dolls is a big one, of course. If you haven't seen the
Yeah.
90s movie Dolls, Sort Your Life, it's amazing.
Mhm.
And so the critters in this, shall we say, absolutely fantastic. I want my own Frankie, and I'm an easy mark. I'm pretty easily sold, especially with the message with this film as well. I completely agree with, and I think it is important. Again, nowhere is polished, nowhere is the adventure that Psycho Goreman was. Certainly does not have the strength of the lead of Psycho Goreman, but it is a good, fun, freaky movie with fun critters, fucked up critters that will help you remember yourself. And think that's always important. Yeah, that's me for now.
So I guess that's then back to me. So yes, I did not enjoy this as much as I was expecting to.
Mm.
That top loading of it may be, I mean, that's on me as well. I am also a huge mark for ghoulies and critters and gremlins and
Yeah, all of that,
Me
all of that.
too.
Puppet Master and demonic
Yes.
toys and
Hmm.
Chucky. I love all those things. And I felt they didn't put enough life into the physical puppets they were using on set.
That is fair. Yeah,
I agree.
that's fair.
Uh yeah. So and what's Shabadoo mean? I mean, really?
I think
Um,
it was supposed to
as
just be a
much as
funny,
Yabba
silly
Dabba Doo
one-liner.
Yeah.
You've hired someone to do a voice and you give them one word?
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's not the best catchphrase in the world.
No, no. Having said that, I really did like that puppet. So the
Mm.
additional effects with that puppet, with the mechanical stuff, that was really well done. I
Hmm.
enjoyed that. I loved the design of the puppets. The look of Frankie was amazing. The look of the other two
Come on, yeah.
characters.
That's
Uh,
Frankie.
Hmm.
yep.
Cool.
Um, where are we? Free cause. Dottie and what's the other guy's name? Crunch, I think. Uh, love the design. Love the fact that Dottie was a cowgirl, and was
Yeah.
wearing the bandana. That was
Hmm.
really nice. The eyes popping was great. I liked the little guns. So
Uh-huh.
don't get me wrong, I did not hate this film, but I was expecting it to be better than what it was.
Okay,
Mm.
just quickly, that's Dottie there, our cowgirl.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Crunch, you said, yeah?
Is it Crunch?
I don't even recall.
Yeah.
I think it's Crunch. Because they've got Mike Kostansky to do the voice of Crunch, and he doesn't even have a photo on IMDb. So, um,
Mm. But I think
Oh,
that with
yeah.
this film, for me, there was just a lot of dead air. There was just like a lot of silence.
mm,
Did you get that as well? And I think that, I don't know, I think maybe knowing the Astron 6 guys, maybe that was supposed to add to the comedy or the awkwardness of it. But for me, it really took away.
okay, yep. I liked the design of the Freako planet and the very
Mm,
Puppet Master robot creatures. I really enjoyed those.
yeah.
All right, so let's get into a little bit of the housekeeping of this.
Oh,
So,
just one last thing there, Baron.
sure.
Okay. All right, this guy, these are our three characters here.
Yeah,
Dottie, Frank, and Crunch there, yeah?
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Carry on.
so yes, all right. So it's directed by Stephen Kostansky, who we would know from uh, Psycho Goreman. He has also worked in various other parts of the business. He does a lot of makeup stuff. He worked on the Suicide Squad. He worked on It. He worked on Leprechaun Returns. Now he did also work on something that I am a great fan of. Do we both the both of you know who Rowdy Roddy Piper is?
Oh, of
Yes.
course. Yes.
Okay. So Rowdy Roddy Piper has passed. Rest in
Mm.
power, Roddy. But his final film that he ever made was a short. Now I supported it on Kickstarter, so I have a copy of it on digital.
Good
It's
man.
called Portal to Hell. Um,
Mm.
so our lovely gentleman Kevin Stephen Kostansky was a special makeup effects artist on Portal to Hell, and there were some really good tentacles in that film. He also worked on Hannibal, the TV series, so he's done a bit of work around the universe, so to speak. Oh,
Mhm.
Favorite TV
he
show.
worked on In a Violent Nature. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. We might have to
Cool.
delve to this guy a bit more, I think.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm keen to check out Portal to Hell,
Mm.
as that is Roddy Rowdy Piper. Yeah.
Yeah. If I'd known, I'd have been wearing the shirt because I got a
So that's
t-shirt. The
yeah, that's
with
that's dope.
the logo on it. That's right there. So yeah, it was Roddy's last ever
But if
on-screen
it's
role.
his last film, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Uh,
For the rest of our cast listening, if you don't want to do a wrestling film with a wrestler, that's fine. Vanessa, it's up to you. Me and Baron will cover absolutely.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at the so this only just come out. It's going straight to streaming. Uh, so it's a film about a dude who calls what is ostensibly a sex line, but it's for a party line, and he invites Frankie Freako and his friends into his house to party.
Mm.
Hilarity ensues, and
Mhm.
shenanigans happen.
But it's not the party. What's his name, the main character, please?
Connor.
It's not the party type of party Connor was expecting.
No, Connor is an uptight um, dingleberry. But
Yeah, they're
this,
very naive about the ways of the world, certainly.
yes, yeah, yeah.
I did
The
like that Connor Sweetie did actually play a character named Connor.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. And look, his girlfriend slash wife or spouse or whatever she is in the film, Christy Wordsworth, who is an Australian actress,
Hmm.
plays a character called Christina. So
Yes.
there's not a lot of difference there either.
It's leagues beyond them, leagues beyond them.
So yeah, so Connor and Christy are our main sort of human characters, although she disappears to go off to a work thing, leaving him alone on the weekend to watch some TV and eat a pizza, but not too much of the pizza, because you don't want to have to clean up the mess. Uh, so we also have Adam Brooks, who plays a character called Mr. Buchler. Now, Adam is Connor's boss,
Uh,
and the subplot through the film is he's going to try and make Connor a patsy for some sort of embezzlement scheme, and he wants to get Connor into shred some documents on camera so it looks like it was him that did it all along, so that he can get a promotion.
Mhm.
Uh, Looking at his background, he was in another Wolf Cop. Um, and he's written and directed a bunch of TV episodes and shorts as well. So it looks like they've got a lot of really creative people working on this film.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, absolutely. Now,
Uh,
speaking of a collective, Baron, if I may,
yeah,
collective of
yeah,
creative
go.
people, Soxy, you know about these people and their history, yes?
Oh, a little bit.
Would you be able to say that little bit, please?
Oh, well, the lead, Connor Sweeney in this film, he was a part of Astron 6,
Hmm.
who did films like Father's Day. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. It is actually cut in Australia. If you
Oh,
can
that's newish.
find,
Newish, it's a slasher.
yeah, well,
Like
it's
hello
from
new.
2011.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh no, I'm wrong. Sorry, carry on.
So I have an uncut version, which is whew. Without too many spoilers, it's basically about a guy who doesn't like his it doesn't like fathers so much, and he goes around and cuts off something a little downstairs on
Ah,
all the fathers. If you can
That
find the
makes it
uncut version, it is well worth your time. They also did things like The Editor. Again, another one of my absolute favorite films. Have I don't know if you guys have seen that one, the sort of a mock giallo film about a guy
oh,
editing
I think I
films
saw that.
and he goes out of his mind. It is the kind of film that every time you watch it, you will notice something else. There is so much packed into that film.
It's
Okay.
got Human Centipede 2 chap, the editor,
Uh,
the lead from Human Centipede 2.
I believe he was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
it.
I'm looking at him now. Yeah, at the
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But yeah, Astron 6 did a lot of films back in the day. Unfortunately, their organization, I believe, they ended it. Um, I I assume on good terms. I hope on good terms, but they're all still making films in their own right, and
Okay.
this is the latest one.
So YouTube, what were they called, their collective again? What was the collective?
Astron 6.
Astron
So you
6.
could
Okay.
Google or YouTube their work there, I imagine, yeah?
Mhm.
Cool. Okay, and with the editor, sorry there, Suxy, you got me excited. It's Lawrence R. Harvey. Yes, he is in it, as is Udo Kier as well.
Ah, good old Udo
Tristan
Kier.
Risk, Tristan Risk from American Mary. Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this film
Oh,
and
it's
Connors
fantastic.
again as
Highly,
well.
highly recommend. We should even do a podcast on it, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, okay. No, it looks intriguing. This looks very messed up and intriguing, which is me to a T. Okay, cool. Okay,
Okay.
fantastic. So check them out there, Children of the Popcorn. Okay, take it away, Baron.
Um, so much as I didn't, much as it's not that I didn't enjoy the film. I was expecting something different from what I got. I did find parts of it well made. So
Mm.
the miniatures scenes in the cart chase, the robots were great. Um, there wasn't an awful lot of gore in this,
No.
although
Mm-mm.
Connor does walk around for most of the film with a wound on his neck, and that wound was okay. Like he
Mhm.
gets shot in the neck, I think, by a nail gun.
Hmm. Hmm.
What other people think of the effects?
I thought the puppets were very cool. Not the best puppet work that I have seen by any means, but the characterization of them were great. I mean, when Frankie was dancing and he was doing his little pelvic thrusts, yeah, hilarious. It's just like, look at him go. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. Again, easy mark. Again, easy mark. Wasn't looking for any articulation kind of nuances or anything. I just saw their faces and the dancing and I was away. Soxy?
I thought the effects were pretty well made. I enjoyed the puppetry. I just think the comedy aspects didn't really hit the mark for me. I did like that some of the puppetry and the characters um, reminded me of Brian. Now let me see if I can pronounce this right. Brian Lon. Arno's Gwilliam series. I don't know if you guys have seen that, where it's
No.
don't forget your Gwilliam. It's sort of, some of the characters sort of reminded me a little bit of that. For those who know the Gwilliam films. Um, yeah, I enjoyed aspects of this film. It's just the comedy just it just wasn't my sense of humor.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Um, so yeah, I have to admit, throughout the film, I was kind of sitting there going, "Oh, I'd rather be watching Ghoulies, or I'd
Oh
rather be
yeah.
watching Critters."
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, this is going to come off that I hate it, but I don't. It's just it could have been better. I think that's
I
kind of where
agree.
I'm sitting with this.
Yeah.
Um,
Not mad at
so
your opinions there. I do agree. It could have been better, but I really enjoyed it for what it was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So for those, we're not going to do the full plot of this, but the premise basically is it's set in the 1980s. So Connor is a workaholic yuppie. He sets out to prove that he can be spontaneous and fun after being accused of being uptight by his wife, Christina, and his boss, Mr. Buchler, seeing a television and his boss, Mr. Buchler, he sees a television advertisement for a party hotline run by Frankie Freako. Now we should say, I would say Matthew Kennedy, who did the voice of Frankie Freako, I really enjoyed his voice work.
Mm, mm,
Mm.
mhm. Great character.
So he decides to call the party line while his wife is away, and he gets swept up into intergalactic chaos, so to speak, or interdimensional chaos. Yeah,
And then
it's
coming of age for an old man story, for a grown man story, pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah. And a very fucked up, freaky party. What? There's just a big party, pretty much, for
yeah,
act.
Hmm.
Just a big giant party, and they destroy the house. He's against it at first, but he eventually joins in.
mm. Yeah.
Mm.
Eventually,
Yeah,
uh,
Mm.
I did enjoy the cleanup montage
sure.
where
Yes.
they really didn't do any cleaning up.
No,
No.
no, no, that was ridiculous. Like there's sculptures to begin with.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
Incredible bust. She's an incredible artist. She's gone on constantly on the phone, look after the sculptures.
yeah,
They're just basically what is crazy glued back together.
yeah,
I did like how they did the drawing and then just put it on top of their like couple photo.
yeah,
And
yeah,
it
yeah.
wasn't there a poster put on the wall with butcher's paper that just said art? They just wrote
Yes,
Yeah.
art
they wrote
and put
art
it on the wall.
to cover a hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, there was a reveal at the end of this that I felt took all the wind out of the sails of the film.
Mm.
Oh, with their girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, their relationship wasn't really anything in the film.
no,
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
and
but that's also a problem, though, now that I say that out loud.
so no doubt he's further along his path to being a proper man. Or not a stick in the mud like he was at the
Yeah,
start of the
that's
film.
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
But I feel like yeah, it took a bit of the power out of the ending for me.
Yeah, I won't
Yeah, I
argue that.
can see that.
I won't argue that. No. Yeah,
Mm.
that's fair. That's totally fair. Uh,
So
it's
yeah.
not a
Well,
bad film. We're not over, as you can tell, we're not
no,
excited about this one, but it's not a bad
Yeah.
film.
I
It's
think
worth
no.
watching.
yeah, it is a good film, but like we've all been saying, it's just comparing it to to their previous film.
Mm,
Um, there's just no comparison.
yeah.
We should
It's
do
like
Psycho Goreman on the film to pay some duty and
oh, we
homage to
should.
Oh yeah.
100%.
yeah,
But
let's
it's
do that.
lightning in a bottle. It's the same thing between like the difference between Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters
Mm.
1 is a classic for all time. Ghostbusters 2 really feels like a coattails rider, and it wasn't as good.
Yeah, and you can't capture lightning in a bottle twice.
No, not
Mm.
the same lightning.
Trying, but it doesn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's do Psycho Goreman, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Let's do it now. No.
Amy!
Well, what are we rating this then, folks?
I'll start, Vanessa. Yeah, first time the first time it's actually gone down half a point because what you've both said is absolutely valid, and I do have
Sorry.
to. I do no, no. I have to critique, and I have to, be open to new evidence and all that. It's a 2.5.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a 2.5. Perfectly fine. It's a pass, but don't expect you to be rolling in the aisles with this one, basically. If you like critters, ghoulies, gremlins, all those good things we've discussed, just add it to the list, basically.
Yeah.
Just another notch to the belt.
Yeah.
And if you want
Mhm.
something fun to watch, you could probably even show this to your kids. Like even like if they're like 15, 16 is probably safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
There's not a
teenage.
lot of swearing. There's no nudity. There's very
Yeah.
little gore.
There is some
Gateway.
sexual references just for those who are
Yeah, 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 yeah.
unhappy about that sort of thing, but it's not overly.
It's
No.
not. It's not overt. Could be a
No.
gateway film if you wanted your kids to be watching Ghoulies and Critters and that sort of thing. Show them this first, maybe, is
Mhm.
a good use for this film. But if you saw this and you liked this, go watch Psycho Goreman if you haven't. You have an incredibly good time. So thank you for this film again, from
Yep.
Peter Walkden. And yeah, 2.5.
Soxy?
Yeah, it's a 2.5 from me as well. I wanted to love this film more than I did. Um, like I said, the comedy wasn't there. I did enjoy there was a bit where he's going to call the party hotline and his girlfriend says, "Oh, don't let it be like the time you called the Freddy Krueger hotline and had all those nightmares." That
Mm.
I do like the idea of those sort of hotlines coming back where you could go and you could call and you get all like the jokes and the weird sort of stuff from all
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
characters.
long legs
Um,
had one for their marketing campaign.
yeah, yeah, there's
Yeah.
been a few come like drawbacks to that, which is fantastic. And I believe that Frankie Freako was based on Freddie Freaker. I don't know if anyone remembers those ads. I believe that they became a bit of a
Oh,
meme for a while. I think that was the draw I sort of got from it.
Okay.
I think you might be right.
Freddy Freakout?
Freddie Freaker.
Freaker.
Freakout. Okay, gotcha.
Don't know if you
Just
can.
while we're live Googling there, the Parents Guide content rating is sex and nudity mild, violence and gore moderate, profanity mild, alcohol, drugs, and smoking mild, and frightening and intense scenes mild.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Ah,
Um,
hold on, hold on.
are
Can
you
I get
bringing
a
it up?
decent? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so is this who you're talking about there?
Cursed
Uh,
commercials?
Vanessa. That
Wait,
guy?
thumbs up.
Yes.
900 490
Yeah,
Freak?
that looks like him.
Okay.
So I think he was a joke hotline at one stage, and you could call
Mm.
up, and Freddie Freaker would tell you jokes. Unfortunately, not available in Australia, but
Mm.
in the US, I believe. And for a while, if I recall, somewhere in the 2000s, he just became a huge meme. He was just everywhere at one
Yeah,
stage.
Okay, early internet. Like it.
I remember him. But yes, so my rating. Look, I was gonna give it a 2, but it's mine's actually come up while I've been speaking to you. So I'm gonna go 2.5 as well. It's a pass. No one intended for this film to be bad that was working on it. It still did have some good production values, and I did like the design work that the art department did between the puppets and the sets
Yeah,
and the
that's the
alien world.
best
That was
aspect.
all really good.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's added to the film for me. So yeah, look, it's a solid pass from the Evil Popcorn podcast.
There you go. Congratulations, Frankie Freako.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm,
Thank you, Peter. More films, please. And
Yes.
yeah,
Was
we
happy to
will
do
come
them.
back to cover them and get
absolutely.
them out there. Definitely. Yeah, so whenever this has come out, follow us at Evil Popcorn Pod, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and
Facebook, LinkedIn.
Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, TikTok's coming. TikTok's coming. I'll set it up. I'll set it up. God damn it.
Nice.
I'll set it up.
We can get some Chinese viewers on our videos then.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So when they take over, we'll be all
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Any plugs, folks? I'll go first. I'll do my normal three or four, which is Improv Queensland, Act React, Supernova, and IFWG Publishing.
I'll do my three: Escape Manor, Evil Corp, and Ipswich Little Theatre. Vanessa?
Yeah, shout out to Perth horror fans, to the Perth Horror Film Festival, which is coming up in August, to Dr. Scary's 3D Maze of Horror. We're available for hire throughout Western Australia. You can call David on 0414 956 410. And
Rico.
shout out to Two Tools Productions. That's number two Tools Productions. You can find them on Facebook. Big thank you to them. They've just had me in as a feature extra in their new short film called Carl's Club, which I really look forward to seeing.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
That reminds me, as of today, a short film that I was in called Heal has been released. I posted up on the socials. It's a lot of it's not really horror. It's more of a sci-fi sort of time travel. Man goes back to look at play with his dead dog. It's got a lot of heart. So yeah, check it out, folks. It's a free link available on like Vimeo. So I've put it up on our socials.
Yeah, cool.
I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've only got a small role in it. I didn't get any lines, but that's fine. I got to do some nice status work with some paper and the contract and stuff. It was lots of fun.
Okay.
So yeah. But look, I think that's us for tonight. Do you want to sign off, folks?
Yeah, Mr. Popcorn, thank you very much there, children, as we approach episode 100. Thank you, Peter Walkden, Studio Canal, and everyone else out there, Christian Fletcher, etc., who's even given us the time of day. It's really appreciated. We will keep this good thing going. Vanessa?
Oh, thanks so much for having me back on. It's been a pleasure.
Go to bed, children. Go to bed.
Oh, I love it when you're evil. This is me at my most evil. Do you even laugh?